Okay, guys. So, hello. For today, it's gonna be resilience and security architecture. So, let's start. Introduction. Welcome to this Resilience in Security Architecture Practice Lab. In this module, you will be provided with instructions and devices needed to develop your hands-on skills. A resilient security architecture can withstand, adapt, and recover from security incidents, threats, and disruptions. This enables critical systems and production data to remain functional during incidents and disruption, enabling a continuity of operations. In this module, you will explore resilience through production data backups. So, learning outcomes. In this module, you will complete the following exercise. Exercise 1, prepare Win11 and install EaseUS Todo backup. Exercise 2, conduct and restore from incremental backups. Exercise 3, conduct differential backups and examine all backup files. And lastly, exercise 4, investigate the archive bit. After completing this module, you should be able to partition the ACIWIN11 hard drive, create the test production data and recovery folder structures, install EaseUS Todo backup, to do backup, conduct incremental backups, restore from incremental backups and examine restoration files, conduct differential backups, examine incremental and differential backups, view and archive bit in Windows Explorer and the command line. 2468. So exam objectives. The following exam objectives are covered in this module. Explain the importance of resilience and recovery in security architecture, continuity of operations and backups, explain elements of the risk management process. So business impact analysis. So lab duration, it will take approximately 1 hour to complete this lab. So click next. So lab topology, during your session, you will have access to the following lab configuration. Depending on the exercise, you may or may not use all of the devices, but they are shown here in the layout to get an overall understanding of the topology of the lab. So ACIDC01, ACIDM01, ACI Win11, ACI Alma, and ACI Kali. So click next. So exercise 1. Prepare Win11 and install EaseUS to do backup. During this module, you will configure and conduct full incremental and differential backups to keep track of the various backups and conduct backup recoveries. ACI Win11 requires some additional configuration. Specifically, you will partition the ACI Win11 hard drive into two volumes, one for production data, which will be backup source, and one for recovery, which is where the backup recoveries will occur. So during this module, you will use EaseUS to do backup. EaseUS to do backup is a backup and recovery software that allows users to backup files, folders, partition, and entire system. In this exercise, you will prepare ACI Win11 for backup and recovery operations and install EaseUS to do backup. So after completing this exercise, you should be able to partition the ACI Win11 hard drive, create the test production data and recovery folder secure structure, and install EaseUS to do backup. So your devices, there will be two following devices in this lab that you will be using. Please power this on now. So ACI DC01 and ACI Win11. So task 1, partition the ACI Win11 hard drive. So in this task, you will partition the ACI Win hard drive into production data and recovery volume. So step 1, connect the ACI Win11. So it's still being connecting. So if you can see it's still being connecting. Okay, so once connected to ACI Win 11, click Start Charm and type the following: partition. And then select Create and Format Hard Disk Partitions from the Best Match pop-up menu. So select. Then step 2, right click this one ACI HDD and select Shrink Volume. So step 3, tap the following in the Enter Amount of Space to Shrink in MB field. So enter the amount of space to shrink. It's gonna be 2000. So click Shrink. Then step 4, right click on the unallocated partition of disk 1. Then select um, new simple volume. In step 2, click Next. Or step 5 pala, sorry. Then step 6, click Next. Then step 7, select Next. Then step 8, enter the following in the volume level label. So, maybe production underscore data. Then click Next. Then click Finish. Then step 10, right click in the this one ACI HDD and select Shrink Volume. And then shrink the pop-up window, type the following and enter the amount of space shrink in MB. So this is gonna be for 10,000. Then click Shrink. Then step 12, right click on the unallocated partition of disk 1. Then new simple volume. Then click Next. Then Next again. Then steps 15, click Next. Step 16. So in the volume label, so put recovery underscore volume and click Next. Then click Finish. Then close this management window. So create the test production data and recovery folder structure. So ACI Win 11, then File Explorer in the taskbar. Then in this PC, look for ACI HD01, then M folder 1, then copy. Then step 4, select the production data E, then right click, then paste. Then step 5, volume folder 1, rename icon, then module underscore 10 underscore folder. Then enter. Then step 6, select the recovery volume F, the left pane, then right click, then new, why it's not showing, then folder. Then rename the new folder to the following, INC demo. Then hit enter. Then step 8, new folder again, then rename it diff demo. Then hit enter. Note, a diff demo folder is created for the recovery of differential backups. In this module, this folder will not be used but is included in the event you would like to conduct differential backup restoration for your own practice and knowledge. So keep the File Explorer window open. So task 3, install EaseUS to do backup. EaseUS to do backup is available for both Windows and Mac operating system. In this task, you will use or install EaseUS to do backup in ACI Win 11. So connect in the ACI Win 11 where the File Explorer window is open. On the left pane, navigate this PC and then Documents. And then in the right Details pane, double click on Module 10 folder. So, step 2, double click on the TB free installer file. Then step 3, in the EaseUS window, select install now. So, install free. And note, the installation process will take 1 to 2 minutes to complete. So, in the EaseUS window, select Start Now. So, close the Microsoft Edge. And then, step 7, let's just wait for it to open. So, close the Upgrade to unlock more feature window. And then, um, step 7, Close the upgrade to unlock more features pop-up window. Keep the ECUS to do backup 2023 and file Explorer windows open. So click next. Next na yun. So exercise 2. So exercise 2. Conduct and restore from incremental backups. So incremental backup are storage space efficient and offer a reduced backup time. This occurs because an incremental backup only captures new or modified data since the last incremental or last full backup, whichever is most recent. In this exercise, you will conduct several incremental backups and restore data from each to observe which data is backed up with each incremental backup iteration. So learning outcomes. After completing this exercise, you should be able to conduct incremental backups and restore from incremental backup and examine restoration file. So your devices, there will be two following devices in this lab. Please power this on now. ACI DC01 and ACI Win11. So task 1, conduct incremental backup. So in this scenario, you will simulate conducting a full backup of the production data on Sunday and incremental backups on Monday and Tuesday. So in this task, you will conduct one full and two incremental backups, modifying the production data to be backed up between each backup. So connect to ACI Win11, where the ECUS to do backup 2023 window is open. In the ECUS to do backup 2023 window, select create backup. So step 2, select file. Then step 3, in the file 3, expand computer. And then production data in. Then tick the checkbox for module. Then folder, then click OK. Why 10 and mine is 1? So in the ECUS window, observe that the backup will be saved at fmybackup. So then click OK. Then click backup now. So note, the options button could be used to configure daily recurring backups, such as a full backup on Sunday and incremental backups on every other day of the week. Backup frequency will be determined by organization policy and will be defined by the recovery point objectives, which is the amount of production data that is acceptable to lose during a disaster event in units of time. For example, if the RPO is 12 hours, then backup periodicity would be at a minimum of 12 hours. In this case, it will be appropriate to conduct a full backup at 8 a.m. on Sunday and an incremental backup every 12 hours until 8 a.m. the following Sunday, when another full backup would be conducted. So the option buttons can also be used to encrypt all backups, requiring a password to initiate the backup restoration process. So once the backup is complete, close the Ease to Do backup completed pop-up window. Note, this operation conducts a full backup of Module 10 folder. This represents the Sunday full backup. This pop-up will appear after every backup is completed. Close it each time. Future backup operations will not include a dedicated step to close this pop-up window. Step 6. Restore the File Explorer window from the taskbar. And then File Explorer, navigate to this PC. Then Production eData, Module 10 folder. So in the right pane, select and right click on the Paxels Power file and select copy. Huh? Documents pala, sorry. Copy. Then step 8, this PC, production data E, module 10 folder, then select paste. Note, this operation is done in preparation for the next backup that represents data that has been changed since the previous backup. So restore the ECUS to do backup window from the taskbar. Step 10, right click on the module 10 folder, then select backup. Then incremental backup. This represents naman the incremental backup. So close the US to do backup completed pop-up window when it appears. So step 11, restore the File Explorer window from the taskbar. So navigate this PC Documents Module 10 folder. In the right pane, click Paxels Beach file and select copy. Then step 13 on the production data E, module 10 folder, paste. Note, this operation is done in preparation for the next backup that represents data that has been changed since the previous backup. So double click on the M1 notepad. So how do you want to open this pop-up window? Into notepad is selected. Then always tick the always use this app to open TXT files. Checkbox and click OK. So step 16, in the M1 notepad, type the following in the first line of the file. So, modification to file. Then select file, then click save. So note, this operation is done in preparation for the next backup that represents data that has been changed since the previous backup. So step 18, restore the ECUS to do backup window from the taskbar. So right click on the module 10 folder, send backup and incremental backup. So note, this represents the Tuesday incremental backup. Next, you will restore the Sunday full, Monday incremental, and Tuesday incremental backup into separate folders for observation. So leave the ECI with 11 this device in its current state and proceed to the next task. So task 2, backup restoration or restore from incremental backup and examine restoration files. So backup restoration is critical to safeguarding data without an efficient and operational backup method. Even frequent backups do not provide resiliency. In this task, you will restore production data from the full and two incremental backups, then examine the restored data for each. So ECI Win 11, the ease window is open. So in the ease window, select recover. So recover. So select the most recent full backup from the history version drop down. So step 3, recover to, then browse, then step 4, computer, recovery volume F, then ink demo, then create folder, ink demo, create folder, then in the create new folder pop-up window type the following, full dash sun. Ni? Full dash sun. So click OK, and then click OK, then proceed. So in this window, once the recovery is complete, select finished. Note, this completes the full backup recovery. 2 additional backup restoration will be contacted to restore the incremental backups to their own recovery folder, following the same process as step 1 through step 8 through 8 of this task. To recover history version drop down menu, oldest ink, then cover to browse, computer, recovery folder F, ink demo, create folder, and ink mon. Click OK, and OK, then proceed, then select finish. So this completes the first incremental backup following the full backup recovery. 1 additional backup recovery will be conducted to restore the most recent incremental backup to its own recovery folder. So recover. So recover to. So browse, computer, recovery volume, then ink demo, create folder. So this is ink Tuesday or choose. Then click OK. OK. Then proceed. Then finish. Note, this completes the backup recoveries. Next, to understand which backups include which files from the backup source, you will explore the recovery volume folder. So in the file explorer, from the taskbar, volume F, recovery, ink demo, full sun E, module 10 folder. So this recovered folder was the full backup that was completed. It only includes the original data that was created in the production data drive. So navigate to recovery folder volume F, ink demo, mon E, then module 10. So an incremental backup only includes data that is new or has been modified since the last full backup. In this incremental backup, the change from the full backup was the addition of the Pexels Tower file. During an incremental recovery, the last full backup and all incremental backups since the last full backup are combined to recover the data. In this folder, observe the three files from the full backup on Sunday and the one added file on the Monday Pexels Tower. Recovery volume Inc. Demo, Inc. Choose, E, Module 10. So in this incremental backup, the changes from the previous incremental backup were the addition of the Vexels Beach file and the modification to the M1 notepad file. Observe this file and file changes are present in this backup restoration. This backup restoration required the full sun, the inkmon, and the inkchoose file to complete the restoration. So close the notepad window. So in the file explorer, navigate production data E, then folder 10, right click pala, sorry. So right click and then delete. So note, this production data folder is deleted because the next exercise will require a reset of the production data for differential backup. So leave the ACI Win 11 device in its current state and proceed to next exercise. So click next. So task 3. Exercise 3. Conduct differential backups and examine all backup files. A differential backup captures all data since the last full backup. Though less efficient in backup file size, differential backups are quicker to restore from than incremental backups because of differential restoration will only require the last full backup and the most recent um and incremental restoration requires the last full backup and all the subsequent incremental backup. In this exercise, you will conduct differential backup and examine the incremental and differential backup files to understand the differences in the data that is backed up with each type of backup. So, learning outcomes. After completing this exercise, you should be able to conduct differential backups, examine incremental and differential backups. So, your devices, you will be using the following devices in this lab. Please power this on now. So ACI DC01 and ACI Win 11. So task 1. Conduct differential backups. In this task, you will conduct one full backup and two subsequent differential backups, modifying the production data between each backup. So in the File Explorer, navigate to this PC and ACI HDD drive. In the right pane, select and right click Module 1 folder. Huh? Then rename to Module 10 folder. Now, this step recreates the production data that will be modified and used for a full and subsequent differential backups. So step 4, restore to the ECUS to do backup window from the taskbar. So right click on the Module 10 folder and select backup and then full backup. So the differential backup process does not include as many steps as the incremental backup process because the backup of the Module 10 folder was configured in exercise 2. This step conducts an initial full backup of the production data. So close. Then this operation conducts a full backup of the Module 10 folder. This represents the Sunday full backup. So restore the File Explorer window from the taskbar. Then Module 10. Huh? Then select this PC Documents Module 10 folder, then Pexel Towers, then select Copy. Then navigate to this PC Production 10 Data E. So Documents Module 10 Pixels, Copy, then Module 10, then paste. This operation is done in preparation for the next backup to represent data that has been changed since the previous backup. So open the Ease to Do Backup taskbar, then Module 10 Backup Differential Backup. So this represents the Monday differential backup. Close the Ease to Do Backup Completed pop-up window when it appears. So restore the File Explorer window from the taskbar. So Documents, then Module 10 folder, Pexel Beach, then Copy, then Module E folder 10, then Paste. Then this operation is done in preparation for the next backup to represent data that has been changed since the previous backup. So step 15, double click Notepad file and then type modification to file. Then click file and then save. Note, this operation is done in preparation for the next backup to represent data that has been changed since the previous backup. So close the Notepad window, open the Ease to Do Backup taskbar, then right-click, Backup, and Differential Backup. So this represents the two-state differential backup. The recovery volume fdiff demo folder is available. If you would like to conduct differential backup, recovery is as conducted in exercise 2 task 2. That task is not included as part of the lab requirements. Close the EasyDo completed backup window when it opens. So leave the ACI Win 11 devices in its current state and proceed to the next task. So task 2. Examine incremental and differential backup. In this task, you will examine the incremental and differential backup files to understand which data is captured in each type of backup. So connect to ACI Win, so File Explorer, then this PC, Recovery Volume F, My Backups, Module 10 folder. So in the file folder, select the date modified column to organize the file with the newest backup. The top and oldest backup at the bottom. So observe the bottom three files that has been these are the first full backup and the subsequent incremental backup files. Observe the size of the backup files. The full backup has a size of 11,520 KB. This represents the three files that were originally placed on the production data volume in the Module 10 folder. The file's incremental backup has a size of 3656. 3652. In preparation for this backup, the Pexels Tower file was moved into the Module 10 folder. The Pexels Tower file is 3648. So this first incremental backup only includes the new data, Pexel Beach, that was placed in the Module 1 folder since the previous full backup. The second incremental backup has a file of 1568 KB in preparation for this backup too. Changes were made to the production data. The Pixel Beach file was placed in the Module 10 folder and M1 Notepad was updated. The size of the second incremental backup file correlates to the Pixel's Beach file and the M1 Notepad file only. From this analysis, you can discover that the incremental backup backs up any new or modified file since the last full or last incremental backup, whichever is most recent. So observe the top three files. These are the second full backup and the subsequent differential backup. So note, observe the size of the backup files. The full backup has a size of 11,520. This represents the three files that were originally placed in the production data module in the module 10 folder. The first differential backup has a size of 3656 KB. In preparation for this backup, the Pexel Tower file was moved into the Module 10 folder. The Pexel Tower file is 3648, so the first differential backup only includes the new data. Pixel Speech that was placed in the Module 1 folder. Since the full backup at this point, the files backup are the same for both and the incremental and differential backups. The second differential backup has a size of 5216 KB. In preparation for this backup, two changes were made to the production data. The Pixel Beach file was placed in the Module 10 folder and the M1 Notepad file was updated. The size of the second incremental backup files indicates that it contains the Pexels files and M1 Note files. From this analysis, you can discover that the differential backup holds any new or modified file since the last full backup. So leave the ACI Win device 11 device in its current state and proceed to the next exercise. So exercise 4. Investigate at the archive bit. To keep track of which files has been backed up, Windows uses an archive bit. An archive bit value of 1 means that a file is new or has been modified. Additionally, if the archive bit is set, the file will be backed up during the next full or incremental backup. Once a full backup is complete, the archive bit on each backup file will be cleared, meaning its value will be set to 0. Files that have on an archive bit value of 0 will not be backed up by either an incremental or differential backup. An incremental backup will capture all files with the archive bit value of 1, and then it will clear the archive bit on all files captured by the incremental backup. A differential backup does not manipulate the archive bit, meaning that on each subsequent differential backup, any data has been created or modified since the last full backup, which reset all archive bits to 0 will be captured. In this exercise, you will observe how to view and manipulate the value of the archive bit. So learning outcomes: after completing this exercise, you should be able to view the archive bit in Windows Explorer and the command line. So your devices, you will be using the following devices in this lab. Please power this on now. So ACI DC01 and ACI Win 11. So task 1, view the archive bit in the Windows Explorer and the command line. So in this task, you will configure Windows Explorer to view the archive bit and view the archive bit in the window command prompt. So ACI Win 11, File Explorer, this PC production data E, then ah module 10 folder. Click view drop down and select the details. In the File Explorer, right-click in the white space on the right and tags field along with the top bar, then select More. In the Choose Details pop-up window, scroll down and tick the Attributes checkbox. Click OK. Observe the Attributes column. For each file, attributes are represented by characters such as R, read only, H is hidden, S is system, A is archive, I or N is not context index, E is encrypted, C is compressed, O is offline, T is in temporary, and P is parse point. The A in the attribute column for each file indicates the archive bit is set for each file. So the File Explorer, right click in the M1 Adobe file and select Properties. Then M1 Adobe Properties window, select Advanced. Then deselect the checkbox next to the file for ready for archiving. Then click OK. Then click OK. So observe the file attribute has changed from A to N and represents not content index. For our use, the change in the attribute value from A to N indicates the archive bit has been cleared. So in the File Explorer, enter the following folder path, then press enter. So CMD, this action opens the command prompt window in the current location of the File Explorer. So enter dir, then observe all the files in the current directory. These are the same files that are displayed in the Explorer. So dir slash a colon a. Then note this command displays only the files in the directory that have an A attribute. Observe the M1 Adobe file is not listed. So attrib M1 underscore notepad dot txt, then hit enter. Then this command enabled the individual checking of the file attribute. Observe the A attribute is set. This is because the archive bit is set and this file is ready for archiving. So close the command prompt window. Close the file explorer window. So close the ease to do backup window. Keep all devices that you have powered on their current state and proceed to the review section. So review. Well done. You have completed this Resilience and Security Architecture Practice Lab. You completed the following exercise. Exercise 1, prepare Win11 and install Ease to do backup. Exercise 2, conduct and restore from incremental backups. Exercise 3, conduct differential backups and examine all backups. And then exercise 4, investigate the archive bit. So you should now be able to partition the ECI Win11 hard drive, create the test production data and recovery folder structure, install ECUS to do backup, conduct incremental backups, restore from incremental backup, and examine restoration files, conduct differential backups, examine incremental and differential backups, view the archive bit in Window Explorer and the command line. So feedback, shut down all virtual machines used in this lab, or alternately, you can log out on the lab platform. So yeah, done.